Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with Me, and I wanted to show you some kits that Bethany, myself, Brandon, and then Melina contributed product. She didn't help put them together, but she contributed product. But we put these together today. I've had so many people that have asked, do you sell starter kits for people who are wanting to start journal making? I have never in the past, but I decided it was time because I have an overrun of supplies that I would never use if I made 10,000 journals between now and my demise. So anyway, we have put together these journal kits, and they're an odd match of all different kinds of things that I use in my journals, things that a lot of them are originals, like these are original pieces. I'll show you. I'll pull them out. I know it's got a glare on it right there. I'll pull them out of the plastic. But each kit is a little bit different. All of them have some things in them that are the same, like these envelopes, but each kit has a little bit different twist to it, I guess you could call it. And I'm going to put these at dirt cheap because I just need to move some product. I need to, well, I'll be honest with you, I need some sales. So anyway, all right, I'm going to put this aside, and then I need to clear out some of my product too that I stash away, that I keep and think, oh, I'll use that. I'll definitely use that, and then I don't. All right. I'm going to put the things that are originals over here. Okay. And as you can see, it's a mix, but it's things that I use in my journals. The only thing that I could say that I don't use a ton in my journals is these napkins, but you can use them. You can use them on your book pages, and they're beautiful. I have used them there before. So I'm just trying to kind of get down to a point where I can start showing you what's going on here. Right, maybe we're down there. There, put those up there. My goodness. See, I just kept stuffing in these kits. I didn't know when to quit. I always do that. Okay, so you've got some of these envelopes, and I don't know, I think it's 4 in each kit. We tried to do the same amount of envelopes and things in each one, but if we miscounted, I apologize. We tried to make it perfectly even, but you know, we put together quite a few, so it was a little bit hard. These are great. You can actually even make a journal cover out of these if you want. They're a really good size. Let's see, that is 5.5 by 8.25. So that's a pretty good size. You can make a journal cover out of this if you want. You can put it inside your journal. Since it's 5.5 by 8.25. If you make a 6 by 9 journal like I do, you can put it inside and let it be your pockets. You can have some different pockets in there. You could even fold this over and have it as a close-up pocket. Lots of different things you can do with these bags. So that, you get those, and then let me, when I get down here, I'm going to try to go from the oldest maybe. All right, you get lots of music pages, and I say lots because I had a lot, and I wanted to share with you guys. Now, these are very, very, very old. A lot of these if you fold, they may crack, but if they crack on me, I use them anyway. I just reinforce it with some washi or something. But all of them are like this. They're discolored. They're old. They're not all from the same music book. This one's copyright 1949. So, excuse me. They're going to be from different books, but you're going to get quite a few of them. And this is a big size, so you could actually put this in 2 different journals if you want. That is 12 inches by, looks like 9.25. And some of them may even be bigger than this. If we had them bigger, I had to fold them in the middle in order to get them to fit in the bag that we're going to have to ship them in. So, you know, I fold mine anyway when I put them in my journal, so no problem there. Then you're going to get some ledger pages. Now, Yours may be different from this. I had a variety, and we just put a variety through. Some of them may be smaller, some of them may be bigger. I don't know. Some of them may even have some writing on them. I don't know that either. But you know, I use them even if they've got writing on them. I use them anyway. I love them with writing on them. But this is a little bit taller than your journal, but I always fold up the bottom and make some pockets. So that is what I put in my journal. All right, you got this. You got a couple of pages, or maybe 3 pages of this big, huge tab card set spacing chart. You've seen me put these in my journals many times. I just love the old paper and then this green writing on there. You can cover part of it up if you want, but I like it. Look at all these grids and things. I don't mind that at all. And I usually tear mine like down this way, and this will be like, you know, you'll get 8 pages out of here. So, because it's very big. Then we sent you some of our grid paper and some of my favorite drawing paper to use for backings on your tags, and then some newsprint paper that you can either put in your printer and print on, or you can use it for backings of tags, or you can journal on it, whatever. So got that. Now we sent, I think there's 4. Yeah, there's 4 of those. These were actually from one of you guys, and I was sent a ton, so I thought I would share them in here. I love making my tags and journaling cards and things out of these. They're really big. You can even cut them in half and still have plenty of room. That's 10 inches by 4 1/4. So, and they're just the right thickness to make your tags and things out of. So it's old time cards, very old time cards. Okay, book pages. Now, this is a very old book. I think it said 1919, I do believe, if I'm not mistaken. And it's actually, I got to looking at some of the pages. I think it's about like meat and things, but it's not really a recipe book. Because it's got to roast a fillet of veal. It should be stuffed with the following ingredients, thyme, and it gives all the ingredients. But it's not really a recipe book, so I'm not sure exactly what this was supposed to have been. But it's very old. It is brittle, but it still would make some beautiful journal pages. If your pages are like this, and I do this all the time, but if your book pages are a little bit old and they're apt to crack or tear or whatever because they are so old, if you will take them and glue them down to a good paper, just maybe a thin cardstock, just glue them down to that, or glue them down to another old book or another new book page. Maybe you've got a new book that you don't want. Glue them down to that, and then you will have the reinforcement that you need for your book pages. These I would probably reinforce because they are pretty old, and they're apt to break if you bend them too much. I would probably reinforce these, but you got plenty of them, so you can do with what you want. Oh, Lord, please. Okay, you got 2 Edith Holden pages, or well, 4 Edith Holden pages. How many Edith Holden pages did you get? It looks like you got 4 or 8 Edith Holden pages out of an Edith Holden book. You got 2 of the mats, and you've seen me use these in journals before. You can either spray them, or maybe you got 3. I don't know. These are hard to count, so we just pulled out some. You see me stamp on them, spray them, ink on them, whatever. You can do these any way that you want to use them. You got some doilies. I don't know if yours will be like this, if they'll be dyed, if they'll be larger, if they'll be smaller. We just had different doilies and we just stuck them in. Okay, you got a mixture of just some scrap fabric. And this was just scrap fabric that Melina had in her stash. And they're not big enough to do a journal cover with, but they make wonderful tabs for your journal cards and tags and things. So you got a mixture of that. You got, I think, 4 of those bags. Yep. You got 4 of these newsprint paper bags. They make great pockets in your journals. And then just a miscellaneous sticker sticker sheet. This is some stickers that I had in my stash for a while. I don't use a lot of these anymore. I have some that I do use, but I don't need as many as I had. I had a stack like this. Now, I use these sometimes just to put down on my page, just to make the page look a little bit more interesting. Or put it down on your page and then put a little bit of whitewash over it to make it look like it was in the background. I mean, there's lots of things you can do with these. We just threw this in. No charge. Alright, then you got just some 6x6, and I think some of them was 8x8 random sheets. These you could use for tags, you can use for journal cards, anything that you want. Some of them may have some cardstock pieces in them, like right there. There's one. And I don't know how many sheets each kit got. We just grabbed up a handful and stuck them in there. Then the napkins. You got a variety of napkins, just different colors, different flavors, beautiful napkins, all different kinds. Got those. Then you got 2 CD covers. I had a whole big pack of these. I had intended, I bought them at a thrift store, and I had intended to come home and coffee dome and all that kind of stuff, and I just have so many things going on, I didn't get it done. But they are pretty coffee dyed. And then you got 2 of the silverware little pockets. You've seen me use these before, and I love making pockets for my journals. And then fold this little piece up, and it makes a double pocket. Make some skinny tags and put in there. Got those, and those are beautiful coffee dyed. Or tea dyed, or whatever you use. And then you got a couple of these cards. They're just policy cards. I use them for back-ends on tags and different things, so you can use them any way that you want. These are, I think, what language? I'm not sure. Some of this is English. Some of it I think was German. But anyway, these are the little like flashcard like things. See, T-R-O-T-Z, Trotz? I don't know. But anyway, I found these at a thrift store. It was a big box of them, and they were all mixed up, and I brought them home, and I had Bethany to separate them, and so we put them in. I don't know how many you got. We just grabbed a stack and stuck them in there. Then you get an original, and this is an original, and it looks a little bent, but if you put it under a big book or something, it'll straighten up. But this is an original. It's not a copy of a cabinet card. Everybody gets one. I didn't have enough to put more than one in each, but this is a cabinet card. It's very old. Let's see. Stevens is the family name. 510 Madison Avenue, Covington, Kentucky. Now, this one doesn't have any writing on the back. Some of them have writing on the back, but this one was actually stuck down to the page. So I'm thinking probably when they pulled it up, it took the writing off, but everybody gets their own cabinet card. Now, these things are pretty pricey. I looked online to see about getting more because I thought, well, you know, I'll try to put more than one in each pack. But these things are selling like for $5 and $10 a piece each. So, and if they're big like this, they're 10. If they're smaller, they're 5. So that's $10 right there. I didn't get any more. And then you got a couple of, and these I got at the thrift store too, I think, or maybe someone sent me these. I can't remember. Someone might have sent me these. Anyway, these are Paris, I believe. Let me look. I might have to get the package out. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is Paris street cards. And it just shows different streets in Paris. So you got a couple of those. And you can use them like that. I would use it like that because I definitely wouldn't cover that up. And on the back, it's got all kinds of information that I can't read most of. I can read this one, but I can't read that one, all of it. But anyway, got that. Then each one of you got some vintage ephemera, and this is vintage that I purchased, I think, last year. These were the vintage envelopes. I purchased a big pack of them. And let's see, September the 6th, 1929 was when this envelope was sent out, and it has its original stamp right there on it, 2 cents. So you get that, and it's still got all the writing that somebody, you know, did some figuring here on the back. Got that on there. And then these are 2 original freight tickets, I think. North Haven, Connecticut station. Maybe these are train tickets. So you got those. That, whatever that was, it was $109. And this was 1906, and this one's 1910. So those are the originals. And then this is an original, let's see, and it's in a little sleeve here. It's a postcard. I'm trying to see where it was. Bunker Tower at Sheha State Park. Oh, this is Alabama. I didn't know that there was a park in Alabama called that. Huh, okay. It looks like an old military type thing. So each one of you got one of those in its little bag. And oh, and I started to say there should be more. It is more. You got some lace trim, something. I don't know. Some of them got lace, some of them got trim, some of them got these. And then you got all different kinds of ribbons and twines and things like this. They all have different ones in them, so we just grabbed a big handful and stuffed them in there. And if I have more left, I may stuff more in there before they go out the door, because I was going through some things a little while ago and I thought, oh, I should have put this in there and I should have put that in there. So we may end up stuffing them a little bit more before they go out the door. So that is the kits. And I'm just going to call them starter journal kits when I put them in the store. And, you know, if you're interested, I know a lot of you already journal. You probably already got more of this than I do. But I've had lots of people that said, I would just like to buy a little starter journal kit so I can get started in journaling. And if that's what you want, this is it. Because this is the exact same things that I put in my journals when I make them. I do go ahead and put some paper in them, decorative paper. Usually it is my digitals, but this is the main things that I put in there to fill it up. So I think we have 36 of these put together, I believe, if I counted right, which don't hold me to that. So if you want one, you need to grab it, because they usually, things like this usually goes pretty fast. And that'll be all that I have, because I have definitely cleaned out my stash now. Definitely cleaned it out. But I may put a few more things in each one of these that I found a little bit after we packed them. All right, we will talk to you guys later. I'm going to try to come back and do the video, the recipe journal. I'm going to try to do the second one. I may not do a lot of talking in it because I'm already starting to hurt a little bit, but I'm going to try to come back and do that in just a little bit and get that one up, and then maybe tomorrow I can get the last one up. We'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.